get Elon Musk out of there messing with any of our departments.
But we long to be, don't you want to be accountable to what's happening with the homeless and everyone that is out on the streets, the people that have mental illness?
We don't want a non-elected man appointed by the president to start making people go home, lose their jobs, and all of that.
How can they lose their They're going to have more money to land than somewhere else.
Oh no, he's tricking you. You're getting fooled.
I'm a Trump supporter, and I love what President Trump is doing. Yo amo a President Trump.
She give me granny vibes so bad. I know it's just how bad she's doing it.
Americans should know. What do you tell the American people?
Hi, how are you?
Yeah, a couple wine.
Doge did not exist 2 years ago. 19-year-olds were not raiding the Treasury 2 years ago. People who have no idea with medical background have not been hauling in and creating kangaroo courts for scientists to dismiss them 2 years ago. That started happening now. Elon Musk is not a scientist. He is not an engineer. He is a billionaire con man with a lot of money. He does not have this kind of good background. And in fact, while there's some disruption over that, I sincerely ask you all to examine what expertise he has in approving medical devices, in biomedical engineering devices. And if you all think that he is an expert in that, I've got a bridge to nowhere to sell you. These are people's lives that are on the line, and we cannot laugh them away. Genuinely, please, I am asking you to please support this amendment for the people who have medical devices stuck in their body.
Is she talking about the Neuralink?
Nah, that's something different. He's talking about cutting the funding for.
Elon was doing that too.
They talking about cutting the funding for Medicaid, bro.
I thought she was. But she's talking about medical devices in their bodies. What is she talking about?
She talking about Medicaid. She talking about.
I don't know.
I was thinking she was talking about cutting the funding for Medicaid.
Well, I think she said medical devices in their bodies. So I'm thinking, what did he?
I thought she was talking about STEM. No STEM. I don't listen to what she be talking about sometimes. Like I don't know what she's talking about at all.
She's talking about cutting the funding for certain medical stuff. That's it. You're just saying it's wasteful spending.
Yesterday, GOP officials gathered around the table for the new administration's first cabinet meeting. It was dominated by a guy no one voted for. Who has also admitted his cost-cutting measures haven't always gone according to plan. Oops. Take a look.
We will make mistakes. We won't be perfect. But when we make a mistake, we'll fix it very quickly. So, for example, with USAID, one of the things we accidentally canceled very briefly was Ebola prevention. I think we all want Ebola prevention. So we restored the Ebola prevention immediately.
So let the cabinet speak just for a second.
1 million employees have responded so far to this email. Does that mean that the remaining 1 million or so federal employees now risk being terminated?
The president encouraged me via Truth Social and also via phone call to be more aggressive.
Those million people that haven't responded, though, Elon, they are on the bubble, as they say. Maybe they're going to be gone. And we're cutting down the size of government. We have to. We're bloated. We're sloppy. We have a lot of people that aren't doing their job. We have a lot of people that don't exist.
That's true.
Did that meeting clarify anything for anyone, or was it overshadowed by the...
Did Joe Biden and them clarify or anything they said mean anything? Did anything Kamala said mean anything? Shut your ass up!
Only thing I can say about this administration is everything they said they was going to do, they attempted or actually put it in motion. We ain't really seen nobody else put stuff in motion. So I'd rather just see them put it in motion and see what the outcome is. And whatever the outcome, we should be fix it than just not try. Because obviously the old method didn't work.
Either this is extreme propaganda that all these media outlets are continuing to say that they're not transparent. It's extreme propaganda, or these people are actually idiots. I think they idiots, though.
Did that meeting clarify anything for anyone, or was it overshadowed by the pissy power dynamic? What was that?
Well, I think that Trump is happy right now with this situation because he only ran to stay out of jail.
Yeah.
You know, that was mainly his. I think that's true.
gotta be propaganda.
I don't think the other Rant is really the responsibility of the job. He's not really bright enough to handle the job. And Elon Musk kisses his butt and strokes his tiny ego or big ego, whatever it is. And he doesn't get to he can take a nap while the guy was not born in this country, who was born under apartheid in South Africa, so has that mentality going on. He was pro-apartheid, as I understand it.
He's a naturalized citizen.
Right?
Now.
He's a naturalized citizen.
Now he's a naturalized citizen.
Oh, really? How did he do that? Did he come over the border legally?
He had an H-1B visa, I believe.
He flew in.
Yeah, he allegedly overstayed that visa.
Yeah, but I think this is just perfectly wonderful for Trump. He can take a nap and let this foreign agent, an enemy of the United States, do his job.
Anybody else?
Enemy of the United States.
I'm finna jump in the camera, y'all.
Elon wouldn't go as far as to necessarily call him an enemy of the United States yet. Let's give him a little bit of time. This is my gripe with Elon Musk. There is a world in which having him for free advise the U.S. government could be an asset. This is somebody who made incredible investments with EVs, with Teslas, with SpaceX. I've toured what they've done in NASA. He is a brilliant person when it comes to rocket science, engineering, not federal staffing. Like that, we're using him in the dumbest possible way, in the way that he is least qualified to be used. And it just doesn't really make sense to me. My honest take was, why didn't someone get Elon Musk a chair? He's just kind of hovering over the entire meeting, like dressed in all black. But then also, cabinet meetings are kind of pointless. No actual decision-making happens in them. It's kind of, especially in the Trump era, it's turned into basically everyone goes around one by one and flatters the president. So it felt like an odd sideshow. I didn't really get the purpose of it.
Back to her ways.
For me, I think if anyone was still in doubt where the power lies in Trump's new administration, the cabinet meeting made it clear that it wasn't in the actual cabinet. The power dynamic is that we perhaps, as you have been saying, Whoopi, have a shadow president. That's what it appeared like to me. He was asked to speak first. Trump asked him to speak first. I don't think that's normal. There was minimal input from cabinet secretaries. Instead, all that was highlighted was
I'm laughing because I'm thinking, what are they going to say?
Yeah,
none of them know what they're doing.
And in fact, they were, So what I got was that the government is saying that Elon Musk doesn't actually run Doge, that someone else runs Doge, but that person wasn't at the meeting, and the government has also said that he is a special advisor to the president. Right. I think the bottom line is he is now, without question, Trump's most powerful advisor.
Well, when you said no one else really said anything, there was a point in that meeting where someone asked about how Elon was being received, and he looked at all the cabinet. He goes, "We all love him here, right? You better all love him here, right?" And it was like, what other person's going to raise their hand and object to this marriage? Like, it's a little on the spot. But Musk has also said about these layoffs that anyone who was not dead could answer the email. The massive blaring point he's missing here is some of their direct report bosses are saying, don't reply to the email. Then you've got the president and Elon Musk saying, if you're not dead, you better reply to that email. Everyone that's ever worked in any environment knows you don't put in writing things that can be used against you legally. Yeah. So I would never reply to that email until I had clear instruction, which has not been given to any of them. The other thing is, he mentioned Elon Musk in that quote, he said something about Ebola and how they accidentally laid them off and came back. That's actually not true. The funding has not gone through. There's a lot of chaos in that particular place. But something else they should remember when they loosely talk about mistakes is mistakes are important, but they should not be haphazard mistakes. When you fire people, can't find them because their email's disconnected, and you have experts in certain fields that could be paid buku bucks in the private sector, you're not exactly encouraging retention of talent in the government itself.
Remember when they fired those people who were guarding the nuclear arsenal by mistake?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I think part of the problem is, I get that everybody's very happy he's doing what he said he was going to do, but he's actually not. He's actually not, because if you go through and you say, here's where we're bloated, here's where we're cutting, this is what we need to do. But you can't come in a week later and fire everybody when you haven't done the homework. You have no idea what's going on. You don't know where the bloating is because you haven't looked. Nobody's done the work. I don't, we all say, yes, it would be nice if stuff was wrong, but I tell you what I don't like. I don't like the fact that when
Musk.
Robert RFK was asked about the measles.
Yeah.
It was a very sort of blasé response. But it's not blasé to the person who lost their child. Not blasé. And I just feel like
2025, natural selection, Darwinism. I'm sorry.
Oh, wait, this is the viral clip, I think.
immunizing your child.
Yeah, I was just going to say that now I'm getting some flack because I said that Musk was pro-apartheid. I don't really know for sure if he was. He grew up at that time when apartheid was in full bloom before the great Nelson Mandela fixed that. He was around at that time, but maybe he was, maybe he wasn't. He might have been a young guy, too.
Might have been.
So don't be suing me, okay, Elon?
Yeah.
Sue him, Elon.
I should have jumped in the camera.
Sue her, Elon. Sue her.
Yeah.
That is painful.
Oh, man. That was hard.
Yeah, they're terrible.
I didn't enjoy that, actually.
Why they can't just wait till they actually mess up, then say something?
Because, bro, they don't want anything to go right. They don't want anything
Them
to
and
go
AOC
good.
together. Ooh.
Like, we didn't even see them talk about no tax, no tips. Nobody brought that up at all.
They didn't say nothing about that.
But that's just,
Why
why nobody brought up that the war in Ukraine is ending?
Man.
Why nobody bringing up the border being closed, actually?
Well,
Yeah, man. So there they go, running their mouth, yapping, saying things they don't know anything about. Clearly, she basically admitted at the end she doesn't know anything she's talking about. She had to beg not to get sued. At what point are we going to get this crap off the air? That's what I want to know, ABC. When are we going to get it off the air?
Their
At least
views
they
suck.
at least they ain't as bad as little Joy,
They're on that level.
Joy,
The View.
Joy Reid empowers people like
Batman,
them.
Robin.
Yeah.
Batman, Robin.
Yeah.
I think
I ain't heard them. They said Nazi up there.
Shit,
before.
Batman, this
crazy,
Batgirl.
I
It might
think
be lower than Robin. Batman,
Elon-
Robin, Batgirl. That's where they at.
Elon was there
Batgirl.
speaking
That's
first
fair.
because the American people, a lot of people, obviously like y'all, had questions about Doge. So, I mean, of course they're going to kick it off with, hey, Elon, tell everybody what you finna do. Simple as that.
That's the only thing
What's
I hear.
the problem with that?
The
Everybody's
news
always
outlet
saying-
talking about.
Yeah,
is
everyone's
Doge.
always talking about Elon. So
Let's
why
start
is
with
it
this.
why is it a problem that Elon's talking?
He went first.
Weren't they complaining because he wasn't talking the other day?
They not transparent enough for us.
So now he go first and he talking first. I'll be that. Oh, he went
He a
first. That's
dictator.
all right, the president.
President Elon.
I can't do this anymore,
Yeah,
man.
man. I actually don't think I can continue.
They
to do
said
this
Trump, Elon Musk is not smart. Elon Musk had PayPal and he don't know how to use money.
He's not a scientist. In fact, they
He's
just
a
keep
rocket
going on
scientist,
and on.
literally.
Like, oh my god.
He's just a scammer. He's not smart at anything. He's dumb.
Nobody's smart unless they're a Democrat these days, huh? Everybody that's not Democrat is dumb. That's pretty much all
Yeah,
their logic
that's
is.
what
The
they
first
have been
man we
saying.
seen have a rocket go in the air and
Floyd,
land.
though.
Yeah, let us know what y'all think, though, guys. This is getting absurd.